Jim, everyone, GG. Welcome to another episode of GC Crypto TV. We are again with Cappy Crypto from GTG. Cappy, welcome to the show. How are you, my man?
I'm doing good, doing good. How are you?
Bro, I'm good, thank you. I'm a little bit better than I was on, God, I can't remember when the crash happened. Was it Friday? Seems like an
Friday
eternity ago.
afternoon.
So obviously we've got Cappy joining us today. He's from GTG Crypto, the crypto community we both call in. So I'll give that a bit of a bigger shout out later and give all the links you need to follow. Obviously Cappy and myself and GTG, the core channel we do. Quick formalities, guys. Obviously big shout out to OKX Australia, channel partner that keeps the lights on here. Big shout out to you guys. Obviously, if you're into your spot trading and you want a safe and secure network, go and give them a look. I put the link in the description. You get $75 of Bitcoin for free if you do a bit of trading over there with our link. So go and give them a look. And obviously to Yeet, who give away $1,000 very generously every Thursday/Friday if you're in Australia. So shout out to those guys there for supporting the channel and keeping us going and keeping Greenie eating pizza wise. And where's he now? Is he in Spain? I don't even know where Greenie is. Where's Greenie at the moment, Cappy? Do you know?
I have no idea. He's been all over the shop.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. But anyway, hopefully he's enjoying some red wine and some cervezas. All right. So, look, today, guys, there's a shitload to go over, as much as we really want to, as much as we can sort of sit here for. So we've obviously we'll go over, guys, the BTC crash. Obviously, it's sort of recovering now. Some videos I made for you guys. Hopefully it steadied the ship. We'll look at the Trump news with the tariffs. We'll look at the fear and greed and those sorts of data points. Hopefully we can sort of decide whether bottom was formed or look at some clues. We'll look at today. We've got Cappy here. We're going to go over some charts. So hopefully we can find a little bit of treasure. And then we'll just check out some NFTs and some other things. So I guess the big news for those who weren't here end of last week, we had Bitcoin sort of do a big dump holder. So we had Trump come out and say some tariff stuff. Obviously, he said he was going to start putting 100% tariffs in China. Market decided it didn't like that news. I'll just actually bring up the screen. The market decided it didn't like that news and it dumped. Captain and I was sort of talking a little bit offline. The dump was probably a little bit exaggerated, for what I certainly thought the move was a bit overplayed. I don't know if Trump's tariff announcement was really warranted enough to tank Bitcoin. Although in saying that, Cappy, even though I say tanked, Bitcoin was lower on the 26th of September than it is now. So
Yep.
Even though people are freaking out, Bitcoin's price was lower about 2 weeks ago and the fear wasn't there. So it's always kind of interesting to me how humans respond to news events and things like that. Admittedly, though, I do understand if you're in alts and meme coins heavily that this pullback was a wee bit different in that alts and memes moved very badly compared to Bitcoin. So maybe a bit of a lesson to some traders out there, the value of having some Bitcoin in your portfolio because it just doesn't get rocked quite the same as alts and memes. So we saw some alts and memes, Cappy, did they go to zero effectively for a moment in time?
There were a couple, I don't know, like off the top of my head, but there were some that did tap $0.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. So yeah, it's one of those things. I remember in 21, I used to be heavy in alts and memes, and my emotions are definitely a lot higher because the swings were just so dramatic. Obviously, I didn't have I didn't have a 100% swing. I don't think I ever wore that before, but so that was something a little bit different. We've got a few people pulling up here. Who we got? Oh, Chris Brown. What's up, man? That's an IRL friend. What's up? What's up, Chris? That's a dude I used to work at a gym and he used to come there. He's a legend. Don Colatoni. What's up? DG Crypto. What's up? So we've got a few people pulling up. Yeah, so hopefully we can just settle the nerves, guys. Something else. Sorry, Cappy, far away.
Yeah. Were you on the charts when it happened, or were you asleep?
Nah,
I don't know.
nah. Unfortunately for me, it happened. I did see it happening. I woke up to go to the toilet like early morning.
Yep.
And I've got in a bull run, especially, I've got a habit of taking my phone with me to the toilet and checking the prices.
Yeah, of course.
And I checked the prices and yeah, on TradingView, and I was like, holy fuck. Like just red. Yeah. Just woke up, blurry eyed, go to the toilet, looked at my phone and went, fuck. Just saw like
Yeah, bro.
double digit red. And I was like, what the? So, yeah. And I just went back to sleep and thought I'll deal with this when I wake up because there was nothing I could do, like either. I think it was like, dude, it was like horrible time, my time, like 3 a.m., 4
Yeah,
a.m.
it was bad.
So that's one of the other things. This event was so bad. It was the timing of it, right? Like the markets had closed, government shut down in the States. Australia or Australasian China that we're fast asleep while this is happening. So it's like we wake up to a bloodbath. So we actually couldn't even take action. Someone that's a good tip. So what you can do, guys, is put buy limits
Yeah,
on them,
Adam.
which I've been preaching for weeks and I actually hadn't done it. So, lessons there even for me. I should have put some bids way, way down just in case. But man, to be honest, I wouldn't have put bids low enough to even, like, I never would have picked. I would have put a 10%. Like, yeah,
Like some altcoins went so unbelievably low that you wouldn't even in your right mind think to put a bid there.
nah,
Like
nah,
some were like below all time lows. Like
yeah,
it was pretty crazy. I was sat there watching the Solana chart while it was happening. So I was on the 1 hour Solana chart, and I was at work. It was like $200 that I looked over. It was like $80, $180. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. And then
yeah.
next minute it was 140, and I'm going, wait, what just happened to all my Solana? I was like, wait, it was just the biggest red candle I've ever seen in my life. It,
It,
it was a bit wild.
it was pretty dramatic, but as everyone can see, or I hope you guys can see, I know it's a bit small on there. This is to the side. Here's my little bull run sort of watch list that you can make. Obviously, in TradingView, Cappy will do the same. Everyone I know does the same. But we're rebounding pretty nicely today, dude. Like Asta up
Oh
21%. Pingu up. I bought the dip on that. It's now finally above I think I got in at 0.022. So it's up almost 20%. So GG to anyone who got in that. So we're seeing a really nice recovery now. We'll go over all this stuff pretty soon. I just wanted to go over a few other things. So some stuff I put out, just a quick self-shill, guys. I put out a couple of videos. I put out a video just as the market crash happened. So this was my Saturday morning. So I was like, holy fuck, I'll quickly put a video out because I was like, I think people are going to freak out. And I just noticed on the timeline the emotions at this stage of a bull run are always the highest,
yeah.
similar to the bottom of a bear. The top of a bull run is, for me, as emotional as the bottom of a bear. And what I found interesting was how quickly, I mean, I put up a post, Cappy, we spoke about. I put up a post saying I took profit on Bitcoin 125, 123, 125K, and I got fucking
Yep.
smashed, bro. And I'll bring it up now. And what's interesting to me is I put that up, A, because I took profit, but B, to take a kind of a temperature test of the market. And
Yep.
I even made another post saying this almost concerns me, these comments, because I'm getting sell shamed pretty hard. And it got something like 40,000 views, that post. Now, normally a post
Oh
like that,
wow.
yeah, it went giga, bro. It went giga because people were uh, not. There were a lot of people in there that surprisingly were actually like, "Good on you, dude. That's a good move." But there were more than usual of people going, you're fading Bitcoin. You've sold too early. By the way, I scaled out. I didn't sell my whole bag. So people that say that, I don't think I understand. Like I sold 5%, guys. Like I would 95
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it goes higher. So if it goes higher, that's fine. But I guess what I'm saying is, it was just you and I spoke, Cappy, last week, and we sort of were saying Bitcoin was kind of I thought it was at a tipping point. Like I felt uneasy just where it was sitting fib level wise. And it was one of those things I wondered, and we spoke about this. We sort of both wondered whether we'd come back and sweep that liquidity at 107 because we didn't do that the week prior. We went to 108 and 108
Yep.
and a half, and it sort of missed the prior low. And I was like, oh, is that the low swept? Now we go up, and we were saying either we grind. Well, I thought we either send hard from here or we dump
Yep.
hard, and I didn't think we dumped like that though. Like no way, I didn't predict that. So I can't. No one. I don't think anyone. I saw a few people on the timeline trying to claim they called it, and I'm like, brother, you're full of fucking shit. Like no one called that. And by the way, if you called that, and you should have been shorting it, right? So bring up your P&L, show me your short, and I guarantee no one had that set up. I don't think so. So
Luckily, I was short that day. I
Yeah,
luckily, yeah.
you would have
I
cashed.
started Solana in the morning. Yeah.
It's clever boy. But yeah, anyway, so that was a video I put up on the day. Hopefully that helped a few people. And then I put up a video yesterday, the top 5 that I was sort of looking at entry wise. So definitely give that a go, guys. That's me, Craig's Coin Purse. Go give me a follow if you can on YouTube. I'm gonna start putting a lot more sort of specific content on there that's more short form, but around the 10, 20-minute mark that kind of can go over stuff in a more concise way than these live streams, which sometimes can go on a little bit of tangents. Mike, thanks for pulling up. So that's a little bit of a shill there for me. So go check that out, guys. And then what I wanted to bring up now, guys, for you, if I can find it, is so obviously the Trump stuff got everyone's jimmies a bit rustled. And then, Cappy, I woke up to this here. So today I woke up after Trump and everyone freaked out. Well, Trump freaked everybody out, and he said, "This is Trump." I don't know if is this a real tweet, Cappy? I'm hoping this is legit. I'm not getting trolled here, but basically, he's come out. Don't worry about it. This is real. Yeah, so don't worry about that. It'll all be fine. Highly respected President Yi, I don't even know how to say his name, just had a bad moment. He doesn't want depression for his country, and neither do I. The USA wants to help China, not hurt it. Bro, I love Trump sometimes. I love him and hate him. I don't know, man. Just I don't want to say I called this, Cappy, but I fucking called it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. Trump could easily come out tomorrow and go, "No, we're back on, tariffs are on, fuck China." But I think Trump, look, as much as people in the news try to say Trump's retarded, I don't think he's retarded. I think he's a deal maker. I think he knows how to negotiate. I look at the Middle East. He managed to negotiate peace talks there. So the guy can get people to do what he wants. And look, don't get me, and rightly so. He's got the world's most massive financial superpower behind him, and you guys have the most powerful army the world's ever seen behind you. So, no one fucks with USA because they've got all the guns and all the nukes. So, you guys kind of get to to kind of flex your shit sometimes. So that's what he's doing there. He's basically saying, we're the big dog in the yard here. Fuck off. And yeah, he's going to get his way. I think the USA is going to mostly get their way with these tariffs. So, and look, he put that out today, and then lo and behold, Bitcoin bounces. Cappy, this was my probably slightly embarrassing attempt. I actually did this yesterday before we broke out of this channel. I was kind of just trying to, and we might actually get you to screen share soon because I might get you to share your thoughts on Bitcoin. But I was just trying to make sense in a sort of a messy way, only because we had such a big dump. So I was like, how do I sort of chart this into some sort of channel so I can kind of see what this move's doing? And one of the reasons I wanted to do that was I wanted to show people how the consolidation periods are getting shorter and shorter here. And we've been speaking about this for a while in GTG, but we had long consolidation periods back in 24, up to 231 days we had to consolidate here. There was 84 days, 42, 42. It's going on a bit longer now. But basically, I guess what I'm saying is the consolidation periods as the bull run's gone on have gone tighter and tighter and tighter. But the moves upwards have also got slightly shallower as well. So I'm sort of just keeping an eye on that. But I thought, Cappy, it might be actually, I'll tell you what, before we share your charts, I'll just go over a little bit more data. So these are sort of things, guys, that I was looking to, and that's what I put up in my videos, a few data points to try and navigate where I think a bottom might start coming in here. Like, are we near a bottom? Obviously, no one can tell when the bottom's in, but you can certainly look at clues to give you hints when it might be close, right? Apparently, he say that someone's just said apparently that Trump said the tariffs are back on. Look, I think there'll be a bit of to and fro, but I think at the end of the day, there's not going to be 100% tariffs, guys. I think that's probably the lesson to take out of this. So,
and I don't really think that the tariffs were the main reason for us to get a dump like that yesterday. But that might just be some conspiracy theorists. But
yeah, obviously, you and I are talking offline, and something else that we speak about is obviously the news is a lagging indicator. And what humans attempt to do in life is they attempt to justify things. That's why they used to pray to the gods, pray for rain. We try and control a world that we have very little control over. So one way in which we try to control it is to try to explain or justify things by, this happened because he said that. Sometimes things just can happen because sometimes the humidity's right and clouds form and it rains, and it's not because you prayed and did a rain dance. That's, so humans, we kind of, through anxiety and wanting to survive, we attempt to control things, and in doing that we try to create narratives of why things happen. So I don't think Trump's the reason why the market tanked. I think he added fuel to the fire though by doing that. He definitely
100%.
added fuel,
Yeah.
and then market
Oh, yeah.
makers took advantage possibly as well. So
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of fear, manipulation, top of a bull run, and it was a good time to do it because this part of the bull run, obviously, like we we're saying, Cappy, is the most emotional. So if you whack people now, they freak out more than they did probably 6 months ago, right? Because 6 months ago, even myself, if we crashed, I think, we probably still have a year of runway left. So I don't mind. Now I'm like, oh, is this the top? Where 6 months ago, I was like, no way. Whereas this could be the top now. Maybe. I don't think it is, but it could be.
It's weird for me, especially with like where alts went. Just to think that was top, just because now after the dump, you get so many of these altcoins in really premium buy zones that I don't think that was it. I don't think it's done yet. I think we have a couple more months to go, but that's where my head's at.
I'm the same. I'm the same. So this is obviously before I got sort of distracted. This is what we're looking at, sort of for bottom or data points, looking at bottoms. We're in extreme fear now. So we went to fear. I'm surprised we're lower than we were yesterday. Like, is this data lagging or what, man? When does this update? Is this daily or hourly or what? Oh yeah, sorry. On the daily close. It's on the daily close. Okay, cool. Half an hour.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
So we'll take a look at this. If this goes lower, then maybe some of the coins we talk about on stream might be a good buy.
I think so. So obviously, one of the things we look at for bottoms, guys, is obviously fear and greed index. If it hits extreme fear in Q4 of a bull run, I think that's a buy, man. I think that's a buy signal. I think if you've got the money on the side, I mean, myself personally, I DCA'd it a little. I didn't take 100% of my pot and put it all in. I put tiny. I put like 1% back in. It was maybe 2%. So I put fuck all back in, but just enough to feel that I get a little win if it pumps, and just to stack more sats, really. So that's fear and greed, guys, which is historically a pretty good time to buy in a bull run if it hits extreme fear. The other thing Cappy and I were looking at the other day was the long-short ratio. This was about 5% out yesterday. And obviously, I did make mention if once we go out of the long-short ratio, if it goes to about a 5% differential, it can snap back pretty hard, and it has snapped back. But also, it's now sort of evened out. So I'm wondering now if the market's kind of digested that move a little bit more now that that's happening. So now that that's evening out a little bit more, it does sort of make me tend to believe the snapbacks kind of happened, which we actually did see. We saw Bitcoin kind of have a nice green candle in the daily. The other thing I look at is liquidations, which are obviously massively down because we had the world's biggest fucking liquidation candle I've ever seen, bro. This thing here.
It's like 19.6 billion people liquidated, or $1 billion.
Yeah, it's a bit different on this, but yeah. Well, oh no, it's not. Yeah, it was 19.
16.
Yeah,
crazy.
Bro, how did shorts get liquidated?
It would have been earlier in the day where it might have wicked up and then.
Yeah. Because I was like, imagine shorting. Imagine you were in a short and it wicked you out and then dumped. You'd be like, motherfuckers! Like, you just stopped me out. Probably the best trade, bro. That was probably the best short trade of the decade.
Yeah, especially if you were in alt.
Actually, did you get stopped out of Solana short, or did you put your short on?
So I'm kind of kicking myself right now. So what happens? I shorted pretty early in the morning on Friday U.S. time. I was letting it ride. It started to nuke. So I just slowly started taking money off the table. But I also had a long entry down there, so I was like, I'll like let this. I'll see what happens because it got down there. Like my short hit full TP. I left the moon bag. But as we came down, we just smashed through that long, and so I lost that sum of money. So I was like, I'll just TP my short here and make up for the lost money on my long. And well, looking back now, Probably should have kept it up.
Yeah. In saying that though, you sort of got to stick to your process, don't you? Um,
Yeah,
so that's a liquidation, guys. So for everyone who's new to this, that candle's just fucking ginormous. I've seen nothing like it. I don't think anyone's ever seen anything like it. So that's what did all the damage, guys. That liquidation candle, and I suppose where I'm optimistic now, Cappy, is that I feel like the market got a complete reset. Like these basically, I don't like for all the longs that were in the market, it would for me it would have been quite hard to see Bitcoin Giga pump to 200K if there's
yeah,
that people that will win. I just can't. They just I can't see a world in which Bitcoin pumps to 200K and everyone's in a long and we all make money because there's got to be someone on the other side of the trade to pay
it's
up.
losing. Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
exactly.
doesn't work like that. So I think the way for this to move higher was to get rid of all the longs. Now I think the
Yeah,
market can move up. We just can't have that many people win. It's just not the way this works. For some people to win, most have to lose. So, if I'm going to walk away, in this bull run up 20x, that money's going to come from somewhere and it's going to come from other people that have lost their money. So I have to take
yeah,
beat 20 people's whole bags away to get
yeah.
my bag to where it is. So that's unfortunately that's kind of trading, and there's one winner here and probably 100 losers here. So remember that, guys. If everyone's in longs, it's probably not going up because that's
So
just not how this works.
here's another thought. So after the perp dex meta was massive the last 2 weeks,
Correct.
and then this happens. It's sketchy to me. It's like let's push this. Let's make a trending perp dex, and then let's just nuke the market because everyone's long.
I thought the exact same thing, man. I thought the exact same thing. It's funny. I was thinking that last night, and that's the exact thought I had was what a perfect storm it was to have that on chain, that perpdex on chain, where you could actually hunt people. You can see everything, right? So people were
Yeah,
obviously getting hunted, and it was like you're no longer dealing with order books on Binance, where you can't see the order books, but obviously Binance can. They can hunt, but you and me can't. Versus on chain
yeah,
now, where you could if you wanted to. Like obviously James Wynn got hunted when he was doing it, and he got stopped out. He lost.
yeah.
Speaking of James Wynn, did you hear him speak on the Spaces the other day?
No, I did not. I didn't catch it.
Wow. I don't think that's his account, bro. Dude sounded cooked. He was so drunk and so high. There's no way a dude like that ran out 40 million or something. Like, there's
Oh,
just
really? Wow,
no
interesting.
way. Nah, it's yeah, we'll leave that for another day. But nah, that's someone who talks like that. You've got to be if you're running up money like that, you either have to be just about pretty autistic, or you're using a fair amount of stimulants and things to just lock in 24/7, right, on order books and things. This guy,
Yeah,
you couldn't string a sentence together. You've got to be a pretty highly functioning drug addict, man, to do what he did. You can't be sloppy like he was. I don't think that's him. So James Wynn, I don't think that's your account, man. You sounded
let him know, Craig.
you got to
Let him
sober
know.
up. Hell. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So I think, Cappy, those are at least decent signs that maybe a bottom's formed. Obviously you and I can't say that's the bottom. No one can, but obviously we're seeing signs of it now. So we're seeing signs of a bottom. We're seeing Trump say, okay, everyone relax. We're not going to nuke China. We want to be their friends now. So kind of he says bad dog and he whacks the dog and then says, oh, I don't want to hit you anymore. Be a good boy. And the dog goes, oh, I want to be a good boy because I don't want to get hit with the stick again.
Yeah,
Kind of what I think is happening there. Obviously, looking at the fear and greed, we've had a massive, extreme fear. It's pretty crazy. Cappy, let's sort of go to you and let you have a bit of a talk. Do you want to run us through what you're seeing on Bitcoin and kind of maybe work your way down from there?
let me.
We'll see if it works with the screen share. It should be good.
This guy. I'm gonna share this guy. You can see that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. On it. There we go. Boom.
So I just did some. I don't know how much you know about Elliott waves.
I follow. I don't know a lot about it, but I've been following Michael Pizzino, who's big on Elliott waves. And
Yeah,
he's actually through the bull run. He's effectively used it really well, and I'm kind of on the side. I quite like the data that it gives. I'm into it actually.
yeah. So I trade Elliott waves on a day-to-day basis. This is something I think a lot of people, like really good Elliott wave theorists or guys that do it like constantly have. Is this just big? Like it's a five wave count up. It's very impulsive. Um, but if we zoom in here, like you can count this. Like corrective structures are normally three waves. It's like one, two, three. And what you normally want to see is you sweep this little A here, and so and get like a big reaction. So I'm kind of leaning on maybe we see one more push high, and then that's bull market top. So that's kind of what I have on Bitcoin. Um, Other than that, I also have this scenario, which I know no one wants to talk about it. Um, but this is a bear market case. This move down was so impulsive that maybe we come down, we just bring some life back in, come back up here, and then just nuke down again, and then that's it, right? So
That's the
there's
final top, sort of like a double top, or not even a. Would you call that even a dead cat bounce?
Yeah, this would kind of be a dead cat bounce, but more just like a corrective structure. Like, okay,
Mm,
this was super impulsive. It stopped everyone out. People are going to like start to try to long back here. Oh, we've got something. Oh, no, we don't. No, maybe do. And then it's just nuke. So this is kind of what the two scenarios I'm looking at is let's see what happens in the coming days on Bitcoin to see if we can maybe actually get like a significant bounce where if we take out this high, let's just say if we hit 120K,
mm,
um, that we're likely going higher. But at the moment, it's not been like a hard invalidation area, so I'm just gonna sit on my hands a little bit with Bitcoin at the moment. But I do think like obviously some other altcoins have better entries that we could take a look at.
Yeah, I saw when I was looking at the Elliott wave with Michael the other day when he was showing it. He was kind of saying that his wave count, I think, got invalidated due to that sharp dip. But I don't know with Elliott wave if things get invalidated by that sharp dip, whether if there's a bounce back, can you still say it's validated once again if it gets back into structure, or does that dip mean that that whole wave count's incorrect?
So it would be if price touches specific areas, the whole
Yeah.
count is completely incorrect. But like as you can see, like we have this the bull markets are way back here. And so this whole move has been very like just straight you can see it, it's just straight to the upside, right? So
Yeah.
these are the big ones. This big blue ones, like this was one, two, and then three, and then we can have some type of like corrective structure here, and then we get one more push higher. Now this could like extend off, right? We have 150 targets, but you at least want to see this high broken again. So especially because what I really like seeing here is this massive wick back up. And this like we're closing back in this type of like the top of this range. I know Greeny's been playing this range really well. It's like when we came down, like look for longs. When we come up, look for shorts. And like just looking here, you have one, two, three. It was probably time for Bitcoin to come down. And that's why like Aussie, Maxo, a bunch of guys in GTG were shorting this and made heaps of money.
Mm, I agree. I agree. And even like when we spoke last week on stream, that's exactly what we were saying. In that, I just felt Bitcoin. It was in a position where breaking down was as realistic as sending, and I thought that the break, like if you're going to say it's going to send and break out from there so aggressively, it could easily break down as aggressively.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't think it would break down that aggressively, but I guess the good news is the move got done in 1 hour. So it wasn't a drawn out pullback. It just went now, and it was. I kind of felt like I kind of don't mind moves like that because I felt like the band aid got ripped, and I'm like, fuck it, at least
Yeah.
because there's been other times when we've just got chopped up for 6 months, and
Yeah.
I just didn't want to go through a 6 month chop again, bro. I'd rather a dump rebound, hit an all-time high. Let me get the fuck out of this bull run, take my profit, have a holiday, and come back in the bear. That's what I want. I don't want 6 months chop to then get a final all-time high at 132,000. I'm stuck in the market for 6 months to get a 5K increase on Bitcoin. Yeah,
You don't want this.
that would break my heart. Like if we went deep into 26, I will die of a heart attack. Like I'm sure other people, people that have been trading Bitcoin, say since January 23 when it started moving up, we need a holiday, man. Like I need a fucking holiday. So I'm like, please don't give me 6 months chop. Like I can't, my heart can't do it. So I'm kind of glad in a way. Glad's the wrong word. I didn't want that to happen, but you know what? The market, it happened. It's over. Well, sorry, it may not be over, but the big move, I think, is possibly done. Yeah, we need a vacation. I need a vacation, man. I don't know what you're like, Cappy, but fuck, man. I guess I've been streaming for 2 years now, so I'm kind of like, I'm ready for the top to come in. I'm ready to, you know what I really want to say on stream, man? I want to go, guys, we did it. We did it. We did it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get that moment because I don't think the market's going to give it to me like that. I think it's always going to be, oh, we could go higher. I've sold here, but we could go higher. I'm not going to be like, that's the top, guys. Well done. But anyway, let's keep moving. That's Bitcoin. So, Cappy, to ask you for the viewers out there, do you think we've seen the bottom? Or do you think we go lower? And I'm just talking probability here, not obviously for the people listening. Cappy's not talking certainties, just probabilities here.
I do think this is the bottom. I don't think we come and fill this week. If we do, then so be it. We get something like this, sweep this low at like 98.
Yeah.
But like, dude, we swept so much liquidity on that dump. Like you saw, like so many people have been.
There's no more juice to squeeze, at the market down there.
Yeah, it's like if you like, what we're gonna see 74 again. We'll just call it a bear at that point.
That's kind of exactly what I was thinking. I was kind of like 74 for tap there. I'll just pack it up. Really, I think.
So like we got 14 minutes, and this is a bullish engulfing candle. So let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm the same as you. I think it's a play it by ear. But if I'm a betting man, which obviously I am because I'm in the markets, I'm also thinking I'm probably 80-20 now. I don't want to give, it's hard to give numbers like that, but I'm probably 80% now. We've seen the low. And then I've got about a 20% devil on my shoulder that's saying we could still see low. Maybe 70-30. But I'm kind of hoping the damage was done. And I'm hoping now, what I was actually hoping is with the long-short ratio being so out of whack the other day, 5%, I was actually hoping market makers would fucking send this, man, and just go, because so many people felt sidelined. And I'm like, if I was a market maker now, I would hurt you guys by dipping it and then I'd fucking send it because not that many people were in longs, but obviously that's just a dream. That was a pipe dream. And that was more for me in my bags than anything else. But let's keep going, Cappy. What else you got today?
We'll take a look at ETH. I do some stuff up on ETH.
Great call.
So it's very similar, right? So started way back, and I didn't go as far back on ETH just because we did get a really big push up after the tariffs. So we're gonna start here. But this structure again does not look finished, right? Like it's finished. You want to see something like this.
Yeah.
And this is not that. This is like 1, 2, 3. Let's go take everyone out over here. This is all liquidity. And then let's send, because like think about it, like all these orders that have been down here waiting for 3,300 ETH again. Because ETH didn't take that big of a dump. Like some of these, some of the altcoins took terrible dumps.
Good.
Yeah, like ETH went down 23%. You want to look from the dump, it's now up 25%. So it's like, not too much.
Yeah, this was actually one of the coins that I put in my video. The 5 coins I was looking at, ETH, because I just went through all the charts of all my sort of stronger ones for this bull run. And I was like, ETH still looks okay. Like it shrugged off that dump quite well. And I think today, volume wise, if I'm correct, I think it's ETH and BNB are getting all the volume today. So I had it up. I won't bring it up because I'll let you keep talking, but I'll bring it up now. Well, I won't bring it up. Sorry. Where is it? Where is the volume? Oh, you keep going, Cappy. Actually, you keep chatting, and I'll just look for this quickly.
Oh yeah, yeah. So here on ETH, like I'm just gonna stay patient. If you're taking this as a range, I wouldn't be buying here. I wouldn't be selling here. You want to either see some type of push up to sell, or some type of push down to buy. I don't think if you're counting this as just some larger structure, I don't want to touch this here. Should have been buying here, but most people were asleep. So
Yeah,
I can jump to Soul as well if you want. I
yeah.
think I don't have much because this Soul just looks funny.
Yeah, I haven't been trading Solana for quite a while now. I took profit. I took profit at about the recent highs, about what was it, 240. I sold some there, and I put a post out about that as well, and people gave me shit about that. But Solana, I just don't trust as much as I trust ETH at the moment. Trust is the wrong word. I'm going by the chart, but I just
Yeah,
feel ETH looks a lot stronger to me than Solana. And it's been the case for me for ETH's looked better than Solana for me for a good 3 months, 6 months.
yeah,
But I'll
I
show
agree.
you,
Soul's
you run us through this.
you're good. No, I agree with you. ETH definitely looks stronger. Like Trump ruined Solana, in my opinion. But hopefully we get to see all time highs one more time. Um, I love like so you're big into your fibs. This came down perfectly, smacked our golden pocket on Solana, and then just straight back up of this entire range. So do use fibs, guys. It's like as much as TA seems, oh,
Hope,
it doesn't really work. Yeah, especially after what happened on Friday, because you can't really trade that, right? But what I do like is this move down. Would have been really bad if this where we are now is not if we only came like here and then came down again. But what I love is that we're tapping this low. Like we're now above this low, and that's huge. That gives our likelihood, especially in early wave theory, that this could happen, and we get to see this high one more time. Now, do I think we hit 300 or 299 again or whatever this was? Maybe, maybe not, but I can't predict that. That's not my job.
agreed. Agreed. And I just want to make mention, I saw a lot of people, not a lot of people, I'll take that back, a few people on the timeline saying things like, where were you TA guys with this? You see, TA doesn't work. None of you fuckers predicted this. And I was like, oh my God, like, tell me you don't understand TA. Like, that's just not how this fucking works, guys. It gives you clues. It gives you clues, but it doesn't tell you exactly. And it doesn't tell you when flash crashes are going to occur either, man.
Yeah,
It's like, it's like people will only believe it if it works 100% of the time, all the time. But the thing is, if it worked 100% of the time, all the time, I wouldn't even be here, man.
yeah,
I would have longed one time, got out of the market. I'd be living on an island somewhere, man. I would have bought the island. Like the thing is, it doesn't work like that. And TA for me, not to interrupt you too much, Cappy, but
no, no,
TA
you're good. Go on your tangent. Yeah, it's good.
is just another way. It's just one part of a tool belt. It's one tool on your tool belt that gives you clues to whether we're moving up or down. That's what I look at. I go into the monthly. First thing I do, go on the monthly or go on the weekly, and I see what the macro trend is, and then I zoom in,
Yep.
and it
Yeah.
it fucking works, man. Like I tell the story. Like I used to argue with a friend of mine back in 21. He got into crypto in the markets the same time I did, and I went the fundamental route at first, and he went the TA route, and
Yep.
I just was like refused to believe that TA could predict things that fundamentals couldn't, and
Yep.
I traded on fundamentals, and he traded on TA, and he destroyed me, like
Yeah.
destroyed me because he was making money on the moves down as well. Whereas I couldn't make money on the moves down because I'm trading spot. He was trading futures. So
Yeah. Exactly.
he's spot and futures, and I was just spot. So I couldn't make money on the way down, whereas he could. So he got to double dip. And I think that's one of the benefits of longing and shorting is that in a market that's going down for a moment in time, you can still make money where I can't. I've just got to sit on my
Yeah.
hands pay, or I can buy, but I've got to wait to get a resolution. And because I'm looking on higher time frames, sometimes the moves that I make, it takes, well, one of them it took 6 months. You saw that
Yeah.
consolidation period back in 24. It took 240 days for me to get a breakout. So I had to wait 2/3 of a year for me to get the outcome that I wanted. And I got it, and it was a 3x. But it took a lot of patience. And I think that's probably the big lesson in the markets. I think where I am probably, Cappy, probably you being a successful trader, I think one of the greatest assets or things I have is just patience. Like if you don't
Yeah.
have that, it doesn't matter how good a trader you are with TA. If you don't have patience, it doesn't matter. You anyway. I'm going to shut up again. Let's go.
No,
So
no.
that's Solana. Looks
Yeah.
okay. I'm the same as you. I don't know. I'm flip of a coin whether we see a new all-time high. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you either. This chart,
I
me
think
and one of the other guys,
but I don't
um,
know.
me and Sai, Sai, one of the other trades in G2G, we haven't been able to figure out this chart for God knows how long. So we still don't know. So this is just some light drawings. I wouldn't take these any bit to heart. I would like to see this go higher. Do I think it happens? Hopefully, but I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Agreed. All right, Cappy. Let's. What else you got?
I'm just gonna jump through I'll jump through some of the stuff I bought on the dip if
Yeah,
that works.
Brenda looked all right as
Uh,
well.
yeah, so I'll start with Link. I jumped in Link, $11 something. I got really lucky. Like I'm very happy my order got filled down here. But this chart looks really good. Even here, like Greeny was bidding like $15, $20, like, and it's backed by U.S. government. Like this coin, I do think will do well. It has good fundamental analysis. I don't have much TA on it just because I that day I was just trying to buy things that look. I have conviction. Like Greeny said on stream the other day, is like you need to buy things that have conviction, like that you have conviction in. And so I have conviction in Link. I bought some render. I was able to get here at like $2, I think, like right on $2. So we got a good, nice. But if you zoom out on this chart, dude, we're at our all-time low still almost. Like, if we get a move from here to here, that's a 50% move, and this
Yeah,
could happen in the next couple. Like, these are good buys. Like, yeah, I got good entries, but I think like this is a coin like render and Tau are like really good coins to keep an eye on. I know Ozzy loaded up one of the other guys in G2G. He loaded up on a bunch of Tau on this wick Tau. This
wow,
thing hit $120 from $400 that day.
man. Yeah. What's? I don't know much about Tau. What is Tau?
I think they're an AI. Like they do stuff with AI. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I wasn't able to get any. But yeah, Ozzy grabbed a bag, I think. So
Cool. Yeah. Okay. That's
yeah,
Tau. Yeah, I've never. I
like
actually have heard of it, but I didn't know what it was.
even on the day, this is up almost back to exactly where it was. This is up 30% on the day.
Yeah,
So it's back in its range. So it's yeah. I bought some pump just because I liked the level it was at. It
yeah,
came lower. I got in late.
yeah.
I believe in the team.
That's a great shout. This is one of the other coins I had in my video of my five. I think,
Yeah,
and what's funny is you and me haven't spoken about this. It's funny. Sometimes it's good to see other traders seeing the same things you are, to be honest. It just makes you feel a little bit better when the market's pulling back heavily, just to make sure, because sometimes you want to make sure you're sober, don't you? You're like, am I seeing this right? Because you can kind of,
yeah, exactly.
I think that's why sometimes a trading group has such good value, because even though you trade technical analysis and fundamentals and all these things, it's nice to be able to go in and talk to like-minded people and go, what are you guys seeing? Like, and without pre-framing them, if they sort of start to see the same thing you see, you're like, okay, maybe I'm right. Not. I mean, you got to be careful. It can become an echo chamber, but it is handy to have other people go, no, you're not fucking nuts. Like I'm seeing the same
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, what do you think about pump here, Cappy?
I think it's still at a good spot. I think this whole move down, you swept, like I say swept because I like liquidity, but you got rid of everything down here. And still like sitting at this area here, you could still see a little bit higher. These are still like, even if we just get back up there, it's a 72% move. Like it's not about, you're playing your cards here, not off of, oh, like I have so much TA on that this coin's gonna go higher. That's what I'm thinking because these are all spot plays for me. I'm thinking about, okay, what are my odds that this might go higher? I have more conviction, and I think the probabilities of this going higher are better than it going lower. So I'm going to take that risk because it's just a game of risk. That's all trading is you need to be able to manage your risk perfectly. And as we saw on Friday, people definitely did not do that. So just managing risk here is like, okay, if it comes back lower, I'll just sell some. Like I'll just de-risk my bags, and then if it pumps, I'm going to de-risk the same way. I'm going to scale out of these things, especially in spot. Trading futures very different. But just be careful if you decide to play some of these coins futures wise. I'll give a little
Yeah,
shout there.
I agree. And I sort of look at coins the same way as you there. I look at what the downside risk is, what the upside risk, well, or the benefits of the upside. And then if the RR is good, the risk reward's good, like that is, that's pretty bloody good. That's like a 4-1.
Yeah, I just threw a stop loss here, but like that's the lows, right? So yeah, this is huge.
Yeah,
I
I
have
think
my RRs turned
I
off.
like that. Yeah, I like the pump trade there. I think that's actually a good shout.
Um, I heard a lot of people talking about XPL, and we were last time on this stream. We caught this little move here, and then I don't know about this coin. I think a lot of people might like the RR is good if this does go, but does this go? I don't know anymore. It's
Yeah,
I
it's
know a
under.
lot of people like this coin, yeah. So I don't
What?
know.
Why did that?
I bought some grass.
What was XPL again?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
trying to.
sorry. That was the company backed by Tether. They're like
That,
a stable coin. It's Plasma is their chain. Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
So
That's right.
I bought a little bit of grass here. This is more of just a not a what if because we're not coming back up here, but just a little like we can get from there to there. It's nice, like 2x. I don't mind this. You're sitting right at where your range lows are of the entire time this coin has been alive. Like it literally tapped almost zero. So why not throw a little bit of risk on? And I'm not heavy into any of these. I did not go big bags into these. These are just small plays. I think over time might start to add up. Like, you know what I mean?
And I suppose as well on higher time frames, with these sorts of buys, I guess people have to be aware that it may take time to play out. It might take weeks or months even.
Yeah, I'm on a 1 day, like the daily time frame. This could take weeks. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll hold this even if it does go to zero. Especially this one. I didn't throw the house's bag on this. So
Mm-mm. I remember grass. I was farming this a year ago, and I fucking forgot to claim it. Yeah, I remember grass. I was farming the shit out of this. Yeah, and then I seen a pump, and I was like, "Fuck! Why didn't I claim it?" Ah, well. Hello, Lou. Hello, everyone tuning in. We're just with Cappy here. We've got people on Abstract. Shout out to Abstract. Shout out to the people on Kick, YouTube, everywhere. We just got Cappy running us through some charts. Yeah, Asta. This one. Yeah, what are you seeing here?
dude,
This is pumped. Yeah.
Greeny, I think Greeny called it earlier today. Yeah, he like you can on most of these alt charts now. If you ever want to do TA, just ignore the wick.
Yeah.
This doesn't matter. You want to see where the candles are closing in, and
Mhm.
Greeny saw this close in the 6.5, 6.8, the golden pocket, and this just ripped just like today. So
Yeah, that
GG's
is.
to Greeny and anyone else that got in that is 28% pump on that.
Yeah, that's a fucking ripper.
Yeah.
That's probably, in
Other
fact,
than
that's
that,
on my chart. That's the biggest gainer today. I think, Asta.
I think it was, yeah. It was, yeah, big move for them. Other than this guy, Bengu.
Yeah, dude. I bought some of this on the dip, and I'm glad I did. I loaded up. I didn't go too big because I just wanted to see the dust settle a little bit, but I put it enough that if the move went to the north side, I'd feel I could go, yeah, you got to win from blood. Otherwise, it just feels bad. And I just
Yeah.
need to feel a little win. So luckily, the market's gone up. Yeah, great shout. I mean, you and me spoke about this for a while. This charts look good for ages. Unfortunately, it had to wear what it just wore, but I don't think that negates from what is still a good structure for me. Yes, it may. It's now going to take longer to play out if it plays out, but
Yep.
when you're a trader, you've got to put time out of your mind and just let things happen. You don't want to chase the market. You want to set your traps. You want to do your buys and then just sit back and watch. And if it takes months for the trap to go, you
Yep.
just got to be prepared to take that. But what I find is taking swings on bigger time frames, you get bigger results. You're not talking
Oh
about
yeah.
a 10% move here. You're talking about a 2x move, a 3x move. And that's if you're heavy in spot and you catch those macro movements, man, you just scale out. You're just like trimming the Christmas ham, eh? It's so good, dude. I
Yeah.
can't wait to start scaling out again. I love doing it. It feels so fucking good. Going 10% out, 10% out, 10% out.
Yeah.
My favorite is when I come into the computer in the morning and every day I sell 10%, there's more in it now than there was the day before when I took 10%. That's the best feeling.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like
Yeah.
having a money printer for a while. If people have never felt what it's like you have this money glitch where I wake up every morning and I take 10K out the market or whatever it is. I come back the next
Yeah.
day and there's more than there was. That it's just like I'm a genius. It only
Yeah.
lasts a little while, but it feels very good when you get it. So hopefully everyone feels that towards the end. But I agree. I think, well, to actually tell me, what are you seeing, Cappy? What are you seeing on Pengu?
This this was. I'll give some context. This is the one coin that when the market crashed, that was the first coin that popped in my head.
Yeah.
So I was on a perps. I was on one of my perp trading platforms, and so I was like, I need to buy this. How do I buy this? And so I threw a 1x leverage long on Pengu. So
Yeah.
I've done it and I've gone and bought spot on my perps account of
Yeah.
Pengu. So
That's great.
that, yeah, so I'm up 2x already on Pengu.
Fuck yeah, dude. Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
great trade. Great trade.
yeah, very lucky, but yeah, very happy with that. This chart is like, let's just look here again. Like, I'm gonna ignore whatever the hell this is, right?
Yeah.
Just throw some. I'm gonna hook fibs from here, just because I don't want to hook them from the range lows. But then again, just like Greeny had today, gold pocket straight up. Like you gotta watch the golden pocket on
Yeah.
higher time frames. It is bloody great. Like you pull from down here, not so much, but if you know where to pull from, like that's the other thing with fibs. Learn where to pull from, and you'll be good. But
Agreed.
yeah,
And
it,
it
this,
makes trading so much easier for the people who haven't traded like this before, using the fibs in the golden pocket. So, what would the golden pocket be? 786 and 886 for people.
so I classify everyone's different. I know some people classify 786, 886. I don't like the 886, but that's
Mm,
just personal. Comes too low when you tap the 886. Like a lot of stuff I've read, if you tap the 886, you're more likely to revisit the 886, and
Okay.
that normally means a continuation lower or higher. Um, Same with the 786. So I found that the 61865 is like the bread and butter that I've had. This
Okay.
is also there's some research done that this is what algorithms trade. So
Okay. Say
computers.
that again, Cappy. Say that again.
So the algorithm, there's some research done that algorithms trade this pocket,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
665. So
The 6.5. Did you say?
0.65. Yeah,
0.65. I'm gonna have to look at that. Cheers. That's good info. I'm gonna start looking at it.
I think Greeny uses the 0.66 now. But yeah, check the 0.65. Like either or work, right? There's one off. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's minimal discrepancy between the two, but
yeah,
that's quite interesting. It's always interesting to see how traders trade. It's you can sort of steal stuff from people as well, so it's quite good. Like just talking to you now, I can go away and I can start to either back test that or start to use it moving forward. And if you see it start to click, you go, fuck, I'm going to steal that. That's brilliant. Like stealing, and that's what we all do. We all take things from each other. And the great thing about trading and with fibs is you don't have to use it like everyone else. You just find what works for you and where you have the most success. And if you find you had success using fibs in a certain way, fucking keep doing it, man. Like just run it run it home, and then if it stops working, you just got to be able to adjust. But no, that's good. I'll go away and do that. Anything else?
I'll just give you like one example here.
Oh yeah.
Is like just from the top here to this low, perfect tap of the 7/8, the gold bucket. Just from pulling from these highs to the low over here, like this one before it came back up. Do you see that? So from here,
yep,
to here, bang, tap, and then lower. So like I'm normally looking like short this, XYZ. So if you were even like playing Pengu this week, like, well, you cooked. No,
what's your give us an exit price, Kathy? Where do you see this going if things get bullish?
I'm just going to scale out. So like we come back up here, take some here, take some here. Moonbag, right?
That's
very easy.
Pretty much my trade setup right there where you just did.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nice and safe, not waiting for all-time high, scaling out, taking a 2x if you get it, take a 3x, take a 4x, and pretty much, and then like you said, leave a moon bag. I'll probably leave 20% above, say, if it runs higher than all-time high. Because the thing is with a bull run, things can go higher than they should, really. If you're just trading logically, same with the bear market, it can go lower than you think it should, and vice versa. Consequently, bull runs can go higher than makes sense because emotions kick in, and things like that. So yeah, I'm. It's interesting that you went for Ping as well because that was the one thing I went. Nah, I will buy that even before the dust settles. I was like, I just want more of that. I've been waiting to get more, and then I sort of told myself, I'm like, dude, the market's giving you the entries you wanted. Give me a good reason why you wouldn't take them now. Like, what's changed? What your feelings have changed because you're scared. It's like, well, that's not a good enough reason. So, I'm not saying go all in, but certainly I dipped my toes in. I went, no, I'll take a little nibble here. I'll grab a couple of grand, stock my bags up again. I obviously had been selling Pingu on the way up. So I was like, well, I don't think the bull run's over. I think it's going to keep going. How much longer? Obviously, you and I, we were saying no one knows. It could be over. Worst case.
And we're all wrong, right?
And this whole stream's been completely off the mark. And in 3 months' time, you and me are going to go, that was the top. Sorry, guys, that, my bag's also down. And then you decide whether you exit then or not.
And you brush it off. It's like you don't know these things.
The end of a bull run. It's so hard. This is so hard now to pick where things go. But I'm probably more along the line of we're still going to have a great Q4, and I think we see for Bitcoin certainly a fresh all-time high. How much higher it is than what we've had so far, I don't know. I sort of wonder whether this dip has reset people's bullish outlook, because when I was saying things like I even think 137 could be the top, that got absolutely rubbished by people, man. Like people were like, ha ha ha, that is like, what do you mean? Like, and they were bringing up all these charts that showed Bitcoin's probably going to run to 300K. And interesting enough for me, when this dip happened, it just made me reflect on those comments that were made to me. And I didn't do this because I don't ever want to go back on the timelining, in hindsight on the rearview mirror, call people out and go, oh, mate, you made this comment. Now, how do you feel? Because the thing is, those comments could actually still be right in 6 months' time. So I also don't want to go, for a moment in time, I'm correct, but in 2 months' time, I could be wrong. So you got to be careful about sell shaming or buy shaming people, people that. But I just wonder if all those people that were saying with such certainty, Craig, you're retarded, we're going to 250. How do you not see it? I want to know, chat, if you were those people, how do you feel now? Do you still feel like 250s are a given, or are you now thinking maybe 150, 130 might be a little bit more realistic? I want to know whether people I want to know whether people have changed their minds. I reckon that dip probably changed their minds, bro. I want to know. I wonder if conviction got rocked on that.
I kind of have the same conviction because to me, like on especially looking at Bitcoin, bro, it was like from the top, it was a really big move. But say from where we are now,
Yeah, it's
it's a
nothing.
couple $1,000s, right? Like it's like 15 grand, but like, bro, we ate this up so fast. Like that's 7% from that low. Like, dude, it's interesting because we did you ate it up. Like people want to buy. So like yesterday or on Friday, like I was 80% stabled when the dip happened. So I'm very lucky. Like
You
none
were
of my guys got. Yeah, very happy because then I was like, oh, I felt like a kid in a candy store, and I
I
know
was
there's going
the
to
same.
be
There was too much to buy. Was the problem. It was like, and also the emotions kick in a bit. So you're like, fuck, I don't want to get rinsed here because the last thing you want to do is go into 20 coins and they all drop another 50 and you're like, fuck, my profit's gone. But I was the same as you. I was conservative, but I sort of went through and picked my favorites. But so I bought
yeah,
Pingu and
exactly.
Bitcoin was what I bought. Pingu and Bitcoin.
Yeah, easy.
Same thesis. And also mainly because I know people might be going, why would you buy Bitcoin for potentially only a 20% upside move? Mainly it's because I trade it quite well. So
Yeah,
I've just been quite good. I've predicted the moves fairly well. And it's kind of like, it's kind of like having a good, that was, I was going to give an analogy of a dance partner, but I think that's stupid because I don't even dance. So I don't think that's going to work. But it's like, I can imagine it's like having a good dance partner and you winning golds and things. And then the next season you go, actually, fuck that person. I'm going to get a new one. It's
yeah,
like, dude, you already got gold. Like, so I guess what I'm saying is I'm so comfortable trading Bitcoin that I kind of feel, I don't want to sound too arrogant here because I feel like the market might chop me down for saying this, but I feel like my chances of winning in it are just so much greater. So
yeah,
at this stage of the market where I feel like things are escalating quite quickly and moves get sharper, I feel like I want to be in things that I know and trust. And I've been in
yeah,
Bitcoin and to a lesser extent, I understand. Pingu for me, I kind of I've charted it so long now that I kind of feel like I know it very well. So I don't feel as like, let's say I was to buy into Asta, because I haven't been in it and I haven't been charting it. I feel I'm new to it, and I feel
yeah,
vulnerable. Whereas Pingu, I feel like I know it, and yeah, I guess I just feel safer. So that's probably the way I'm trading at this end of the bull run. I'm a lot more risk adverse now than I was a year ago. Man, a year ago I was meme coining till the cows come home, like because I knew I had
yeah.
time. Now I'm like, oh, I don't know how much longer is left till the music stops here. And when the music stops, as we saw the other day, the first thing that go, meme coins, man, bye bye.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
and you get, as everyone saw, you've got no time to exit. Like, I woke up to like zero. Like, say you're living in Australia, God forbid, sometimes you wake up sometimes to chaos, man. So, like, if you go to sleep, you can't sleep on your bags. And the other thing is, imagine if imagine if you had sell limits set up. Like, so I had my spot bags and I had sell limits set up. Imagine if those actually hit, and then the market pumped off the lows. I'm like, fuck,
yeah,
I sold the
yeah,
low. It's because I thought it would be invalidated if it hit that low, but it's actually, for me, that wasn't invalidation for me. That was, I think that market dump was a freak occurrence that probably most people should keep in their minds for could happen, but probably not something that you want to take away and go, oh, I think you can predict that again. I don't think you can. I
yeah.
think I, hmm?
I think the goal here after like I'll kind of say like the goal here after like having what happened on Friday, like and like I've read so much on the timeline, like it's really sad. Like people lost so much money, and like if you're like in a bad place at the moment, like
Yeah,
just be smart, talk to people, like XYZ. But like when you gotta, I don't know. I love it. I think like you gotta learn to risk what only ever what you're willing to lose. Like risk management is like the key to like everything in crypto, especially crypto. Let me pull up a quote that me and one of the guys in Greenies were talking about earlier. It was the lack of understanding towards basic risk correlations and volatility basically means you're already wrecked.
Say that again.
So lack of understanding towards basic risk correlations and volatility, like yesterday, like Friday was volatile, right? Basically means you're already wrecked.
I know. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's basically saying if you don't have appreciation of those things, you're going to lose your money at some point. It's a matter of time. It's not
Anyways,
when.
yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
agree. I'm going to say for me the most important thing to learn in crypto, the couple of pieces of advice I can give to people is learn TA. Probably fib levels would be my that if you just used one tool for trading moving forward for the rest of your life, for me that would be fib levels
Yep.
and risk management. Those two, risk management and TA. If you could take two things away, because without risk management, like you just said in that quote, the rest doesn't matter because you're going to give
Yeah.
it back. You're going to give it back at some point. You might win 99 times, and then the 100th time you get rinsed. And if you don't have risk management, and I think this is the point you're alluding to, is there was people who lost 40 million. Their whole accounts got rinsed. Imagine having
Yeah.
to work your way back to that. It's going to take years, man.
Yeah.
Years.
And so, like, shout out to anyone who did survive Friday. You
Yeah.
know what you're doing. Give yourself a little pat on
Yeah.
the back, but also
Great.
don't be so like I made it, right? Like I
Yeah.
survived.
Don't
Like
get
like
arrogant.
yeah, because the market will do the exact same thing it did yesterday, maybe 5 years from now when you're all loaded up, you've got all
Alrighty.
your money, and now you've had a bad day and you missed something and you haven't risked correctly. The next minute, all of it's gone.
Kind of
So
think.
just
I kind of think if you don't have proper risk management, you're kind of loaning your profit. It's a loan.
yeah,
That profit. It's going back to the patient or the better traders than you at some point. If you don't have risk management, at some point, the market is going to take it from you. I had that in 21. I had poor risk management, and I saw it. I saw the destruction it could do, even though I traded really well. Like when I say trade, I know without risk management, it was poor. But if you remove the bad risk management, I actually traded really
yeah,
well. I did really well. But I just
yeah,
made a few big fuck ups. And
yeah,
it only actually took one big fuck up. And you'll say, what's that one big fuck up? Not taking profit. That was it, man.
yeah,
I got greedy. Greed killed me in the bull run. And it's going to kill 80% of you watching now, probably. Because that's the only way we're going to make money is if about 80% of you probably lose. So let's make sure the people watching today are on the 20% side. And I completely made those numbers up, guys. So don't take that 80-20 away. By the way, we just had the daily close of Bitcoin kick
yeah.
in. So,
Looking good.
bro, I don't know, man. I'm scared to get too excited, and I won't get the shoe out just yet, but that looks good to me, bro. All the people that were like shitting their pants 2 days ago, what do you reckon now, guys? Like,
It looks good. Let's see
um,
what happens.
yeah, like I'm not going to call it yet. I'm not going to say we're out of the woods yet, but I'll just bring this up on mine, Cappy, just for a sec. I think I
Yeah,
can.
I can stop streaming if you want.
All I wanted to show just before we sign off for the day, we'll just have a quick look at NFTs and then we'll just do a quick summary. But what I wanted to show, and Cappy, this is what you were talking about. Is I'll just lock this quickly. Is we're currently 8% down from all-time high.
Yeah, that's it.
8% from all-time high. Like if you told me if I'd gone into a coma for 3 days and I woke up today and you said, "Oh my God, Craig, there was a massive crash," and I went, "Fuck," get to my trading view, I'd bring up Bitcoin, I'd go, "Oh, okay, well, looks like we've worn that now. It looks like we're heading up." Or
Yeah,
it's a bit of a dead cat bounce and it's a relief rally. But I would say that all the panic was mostly unnecessary, except for those people that were leverage trading and blew their accounts up. That's a different
Yeah.
story. But if you're in spot, you're probably all right now, I reckon. Like you're probably like,
They're
it's like,
sitting comfy.
I think so, bro. And if you bought, you're probably even comfier if you bought those lows. So, I don't want to say Cappy and I certainly aren't saying we're out of the woods yet, but you can't get to all-time high without the first steps being taken. These are the first steps. The first step
Yep.
was to find a bottom. The first step was to bounce off that 107 fib level, which it did. So, we've ticked a couple of boxes now. There's another 10 to tick, but we've probably ticked 2 of 10. So
Yeah.
we should celebrate that. And I'm happy, dude. I feel good today. I feel a lot better today than I did 2 days ago.
100%.
I feel a lot better. And I think the market looks like it's digesting this move, I want to say pretty well, bro. I want to say the chart on Bitcoin looks better than the sentiment on the timeline.
Yes.
Which I find interesting. And for me, that says we go higher. I just think with extreme fear, man, I like seeing that, dude. I like seeing extreme fear.
Oh wait, do you want to check? We got the extreme fear closed.
Yeah. Good call. Yeah, good shout. Back to fear.
Also, okay. We big jump up though.
So yeah, that was a big jump up. Maybe a bit, but I don't know, bro. I think chances are getting more and more favorable. That was a bottom. Like you said, if it wasn't YOLO, fuck, like there's invalidation levels. That's all you can do. And like we were saying, Cappy, it's a game of probabilities. Sometimes you'll end up on the wrong side of that, but that's just trading. And if you get it right 6 out of 10 times, you'll probably retire pretty well. So you don't even have to get it right all the time. Six is pretty good. 7's amazing. If you can do around, I mean, I don't know too many traders who are 8s, but
I have a buddy that's 3 out of 10, 30% his win rate. He's profitable because he risk manages correctly.
Correct. So you don't even have to have a more than 50%. It's just risk management. We'll just quickly bring up NFTs because I know there are people out there that are like balls deep in NFTs and nothing else, you crazy bastards. But OpenSea being an absolute gem. Now that I'm going to try and bring this up. Sometimes it fucks out of me. I think it's because I don't have my wallet connected. Oh man. Great. How do I do this? I don't think I can unless I connect. Hang on. It's a bit annoying like that, man. Let me just bring this up. I'll just approve it. I just want to quickly, guys, just bear with me. I'm just going to put in my fucking code. OpenSea wants to get my little Cody code in. I'll just get this in. I just want to see what the damage is because we had pudgy penguins eat shit, man.
Yeah, I saw that. 7 ETH.
Yeah, which I must admit that didn't feel too good, man. That did not. That
definitely.
Yeah. Now an error. Oh, you son of a fucking bitch. Maybe I'll go to Magic Eden instead. Give me 1 sec, guys. Give me 1 sec. Trade, NFTs, Ethereum. Okay, we're on. These dipped hard. So obviously the danger with having NFTs is they're about as bad or worse, actually. They're worse than altcoins. So when altcoins ate shit, man, these went down. So these were all-time high. Well, not an all-time high, but a local high of 65 grand, right? So these have dumped a lot. So NFTs went down a lot. Obviously, they're up 10%. Pudgies on the day. Bored Apes 2.5%. Moonbird still heading down. That's my entry now. Little Pudgies, that was a buy, bro. 22% up.
I saw them at like 0.9. Is that might still? I have a bid set at 0.9 for a Pudgy.
Brands. Shoey on the downs too, Craig. Fuck, man. Imagine in a bear market if I shoey every local all-time low, I'll be fucking so drunk. But we're starting to see a bit of a bounce in NFTs, probably mostly due to Ethereum bouncing and then people getting a bit of confidence. But I know Moonbird's going through a bit of turbulence. I know there was a bit of a Bored Apes versus Spencer on the timeline, which I'm like, no, stop talking, Spencer, please. You my bags, bro. Like, don't say anything to that. Don't upset the apes. But we are seeing a bit of a bounce there. Azuki down, quite a lot. So NFTs, unfortunately, ate shit a little bit. Pretty common. But I think we'll see a bit of a bounce back, Cappy. And I think now with the market bouncing back, I actually think we'll see NFTs bounce pretty hard. I'm not game enough. I mean, I didn't buy a Pudgy. Actually, I saw Pudgy's at 24, bro. I think it was 24 grand, and I almost bought another one, man. I was
Greeny bought
Did
one.
he buy another one?
Yeah, he bought another one. If you check NFTs and scroll up a little bit, yeah, he copped this. Yeah, he did.
Did he? Good buy, because it's up. It's up.
I think 7.99 entry was his.
He's probably up 5 grand.
7.99.
Really?
Oh, nice.
So I almost did too. I almost brought out the ledger, man. I was like, oh man, should I use some of my stables? Good morning, Theo. So guys, I just want to end off with sharing a few links here, or sharing a few how to follow Cappy and things. So let me just bring this up, guys. So obviously I'm joined here by GTG trader Mr. Cappy today, who's kindly taken us through a few of his setups. So guys, make sure this is sharing. Make sure you give Cappy a follow. He's obviously Cappy Crypto on X. Give him a follow. He is a great trader, obviously. Also, he's one of the callers in GTG, which is the call group, Greeny's call group. We are in there all day, every day. So, like we were saying, one of the benefits of being in a call group, or a community, I should probably call it that rather, is that you can just go in there in times of fear and say, what are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? And I think there's power in being surrounded by other like-minded people who can just settle your nerves, say, have you seen this setup, and give you a bit of hope in the times that are bleak, and also keep you sober in times where you're drunk on your own greed. I think it's good sometimes. I mean, I'm in there showing all my sales. I sold at 125, 123 Bitcoin. I sold Solana at 240. I'm sharing all of that in there. I'm sharing why I'm selling it there. Cappy's doing the same thing. And I think it's important in times of fear and greed to have support. That's probably the main time to have it. I'll just share a little link. So, guys, if you are looking for a crypto community, which is, I think, one of the best that I've found in crypto, I think there's a good balance of spot traders, futures traders, NFT traders, and I think I've been in other call groups before, and I felt sometimes people are pumping their own bags a little bit too much. Especially on low cap meme coins, you sort of feel sometimes callers are kind of, I mean, I know we're all pumping our own bags because of course I'm calling something that I own. I'm not going to call. Yeah. Actually, that's not entirely true. Sometimes I call things I don't own, just because it's a good setup and I don't have the liquidity to buy everything. So sometimes I'm like, guys, I see this, I think it's great, but I don't have the money. But if you do, that's probably not a bad shout. But I certainly haven't seen callers in there that are just like shilling like 40K meme coins to pump their bags and exit. I haven't seen anyone use exit liquidity in there. So shout out to GTG. I've put a link in the description there, guys. Cappy, thanks for pulling up today and keeping me company. Obviously, Greeny's still away for probably a couple more weeks, I reckon. So we'll definitely get you on again if you're open to it. So make sure you follow Cappy. Make sure, hey guys, even follow me if you like. I'm obviously Craig's Coin Purse. That's my name on everything. I kind of kept it nice and easy to follow us. But Cappy, thanks for pulling up today. What's your plans for the rest of the day? It's probably, what's the time there now? About 5:30.
Yep, 5:30 here. Probably just gonna go eat dinner with the fam.
Yeah.
Maybe have a beer. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, dude, nice one. I'm going to do this. Well, actually, I'm not going to have a beer now. It's 10:30 a.m. So I probably won't. I was going to say I'll do the same thing, but I probably won't. I'm going to go away and I want to look at a few more charts, see where there's opportunities. I'll be on the timeline, guys. But once again, cheers, Cappy. Give Cappy a follow, Cappy Crypto. Give myself a follow if you haven't. And guys, shout it again to OKX Australia. That's one of our channel partners. Obviously, if you're into spot trading or if you want to do a bit of spot trading, go and give them a look at. I'll put the link in the description, give them a follow. Shout out to Yeet. I'll be giving another $1,000 away on Thursday, so make sure you pull up for that. And Cappy, I will see you in GTG. And guys, look, great to be able to come on here and hopefully settle some nerves. Good to see a bounce, Cappy, on Bitcoin. I'm super happy. I feel a lot better. I almost feel like today I can kind of almost have a bit of a rest day, to be honest, because I was so active on the timeline the last 2 days. I think I'm like, man, maybe I'll just watch some rugby or some footy, put my feet up, eat some junk food, and kick back and relax. So I'm probably going to relax today a bit more than I did over the weekend. Over the weekend, I dialed right in. I think I might kick back. But anyway, Cappy, I'll see you on the timeline, brother. And
Thanks,
we'll
man. Thanks for
see
having
you.
me.
All right, my absolute pleasure. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Big love, guys.